It sounds like you've got your hands full with a lot of stuff, but you approach those problems one at a time, and you'll get them resolved. But you do need legal counsel now.
And you will get
your case is not gone. It's just coming up, and it's coming up in February.
You will get a free public defender, so and most of them are pretty darn good.
Or alternate defense counsel.
Yeah, you'll get someone right away.
Most of them should be up on the stands.
Okay. Go get them.
Okay, thank you, guys.
And remember,
good luck, Mary.
Don't talk if you get stopped.
I know. Thanks.
Just say thank you, officer. All right, Mary, thanks for calling Legal Help Live. You know, there's a lesson here. There's a real lesson.
What?
If Mary,
don't walk around without a tooth? Or
if Mary doesn't engage the police officer or the sheriff negatively, then she probably doesn't get arrested, the car doesn't get impounded, and all of the things that flowed from that moment of confrontation don't happen. Probably.
You know, but I mean, let's separate ourselves from fact, fiction, and reality. Most of these officers are pretty well trained. Mm-hmm. Most of them have common sense. They're used to people doing this stuff.
Absolutely.
If there's not a quote probable cause that a crime's committed, they shouldn't be arrested. You know.
Oh, I understand that. But we weren't.
We don't know. We don't know what happened.
We weren't out in the street, and we don't know what happened.
And officer safety is predominant. If you've got somebody,
oh God, yes,
you know, babbling away and getting in your face, you don't know what's going to happen.
Well, you and I have spoken with enough police officers over our careers to know and understand that any time a police officer pulls somebody over, they don't know. The officer does not know who he's pulled over and what problems await.
And more officers are either injured or killed in domestic relations disputes or traffic pullovers than anything else. You know. So
absolutely.
You got to walk in their shoes too.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. Okay, folks, I think it's time for us to take a break, so we're going to do that. And when we come back, we'll be talking to you. You'll be calling us at 1-800-405-4222. If you're on hold, stay on hold, because I promise we'll get to you in the order that you've called, if we want, and we will. And if you haven't called yet, but you want to, now's a good chance while we're on break. 1-800-405-4222, Legal Help Live, and we'll see you in a moment. It's Legal Help Live. Ralph here, Steve there. Lots of calls today, Stephen. Lots of very, very interesting calls.
I feel like I'm a baseball player fielding all these calls.
So one after the next.
Let's just the McCord case.
Yes, I'm ready.
As I predicted.
You predicted. You called it right. Well, there are only two possibilities.
Well, you know, balls and strikes. So
yes.
So, but the entire interesting thing about the entire case, I think, is that no matter who wins ultimately in this case, there's going to be another lawsuit, most probably.
Oh God, yes.
Against the lawyer who testified in the case.
How could he do that? Tell us what he did.
Well, I mean, I wasn't there, and I didn't draft the papers.
Tell us what the paper said he did.
Well, basically, he changed some of the words without telling anybody, and then got Mrs. McCord to re-sign the papers.
The document was typed up incorrectly. It did not reflect what the parties had agreed to.
But it was already signed.
But it was already signed by everybody. Everybody had approved it. Everybody signed it. He realized there was a mistake after that, and then he corrected it.
And then he
didn't tell anybody.
No,
and nobody signed it again.
Oh, you sure?
That's what the court said, yeah.
There's no meeting of the minds, but so I guess we're going to have this will go on for a while. If they were both, you know, this is a case that probably should get settled, and it probably should get settled with probably the insurance company or the law firm that was involved in the quote transaction, paying up some money at the same time to resolve everything. That may make up the difference.
That might help. But I think part of the resolution may very well be the sale of the Dodgers to neither Jamie nor the Mister.
And then the whole thing is with the sale of these teams, it's got to be accepted by Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And who do the owners want? And who do they want in there?
Well, I don't know. They approved the sale to the McCords. Who are they going to?
Well, I heard that you and I could have bought the Dodgers. That it was an all-finance deal, and if you had $15,000 in your credit card, and I had $15,000 in my credit card, we'd have had enough for a down payment because Fox really wanted out of the deal. But
you're kidding.
Well, you didn't have 15,000.
Now you
and
tell
I didn't
me.
either, so we couldn't
Now
have got it
you
anyway.
tell me. Darn.
Oh well, another day.
That's a shame. Hey, Stephen, somebody wants to talk to us off the air. We're not live. It's not between 4 and 5 on a Wednesday. What do they do?
Same number that's right in front of you right now. Same number there.
Oh, I see. It's 1-800-405-4222.
24 hours a day. So what's going on? You're relaxed?
Well, I'm very relaxed.
You got all these papers and
we're heading off into the holiday season, and it's a nice time of year. Everybody's having a good time. You know what doesn't happen very often? What doesn't happen very often is a federal judge is taken out of his office. And that just happened. It just happened, I think, yesterday. It requires an impeachment process, a vote by the Senate, and it happened to a U.S. District Court judge in Louisiana. And there were 4 articles of impeachment. The Senate voted on them, and he is now removed from office. He was accused of accepting gifts from people with business before him in his court, and of lying to the Senate and lying to the FBI, and this doesn't happen very often. This is the first time since 1989 that a United States court judge has been removed from the Senate.
And I think the one in 89 was from Las Vegas, Nevada.
I think so, too, because we had business before that court, and we forgot to bring the bribe money. We had no idea what we were supposed to do.
We
didn't
shocked
know we were
a couple of
supposed
years later when we saw he was
The other side knew they were supposed to act unlawfully.
Unbelievable.
That was tough.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
And people who are traveling today.
Yes.
Is it an invasion of one's privacy to either be scanned, scanners versus patters at the airport? I mean,
what you mean? Is it an invasion of privacy for either?
Either
one of those.
Yeah, for us to go now through the body scanner when someone can look at my genitals. I have to look
that's not just an invasion of your privacy. That's an assault on the people watching.
Got to look carefully. Or someone actually goes on and fondles me. Now,
Yes.
in most places, that would be sexual abuse, groping.
Have you gone through the system that you've just described?
No, you have.
I have a couple of times now.
And were you
I said,
groped?
I don't want you. I want her. But they don't listen to me. Yeah, I was patted down, and I didn't find it particularly embarrassing at all. It was conducted very professionally.